I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter.
Shannon Sharpe was on top of the world, NFL Hall of Famer, sports analyst, cultural icon, a man who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most recognizable voices on television. He wasn't just respected, he was admired. Sharp suits, sharper tongue, and a platform that reached millions. But suddenly, everything changed. Lawsuits, accusations, industry silence, and now he's gone. Stepped down from ESPN, facing legal fire on all sides.
Shannon Sharpe says he's temporarily stepping down from his ESPN duties. He says the sexual assault allegations against him are, quote, false and disruptive. Sharpe has denied all allegations. A representative for the plaintiff could not immediately be reached for comment.
The public is divided. Some say he brought it on himself. Others say he's being taken down, strategically, intentionally. But if you've been watching closely, you'll realize something eerie. This has happened before, over and over, to men just like Shannon. So the question isn't if the trap was set, it's when he walked into it. The whispers started long before the headlines did. Katt Williams, never one to sugarcoat anything, made it clear. Watch yourself. He warned Shannon on public platforms about the company he was keeping, specifically young white women in Hollywood circles. But people laughed it off, said Katt was being bitter, out of touch, paranoid. Then Monique chimed in. This wasn't gossip, it was guidance. You don't need a 26-year-old model, she said. You need a woman who'll love you, protect you, rub your feet after a long day, not someone who's gonna ruin your name when the cameras are gone. And still, Shannon Sharpe smiled, posed, and kept moving.
Because it's different now. And when you and I...
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's gonna get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you.
But by the time Terrence Howard added his voice to the mix, the pattern was undeniable. These weren't random warnings. They were smoke signals from people who'd already been burned. In early 2024, Shannon's world cracked open. Gabriela Zuniga, a rising OnlyFans creator, filed a bombshell lawsuit. She said she and Shannon had been romantically involved for 2 years, but claimed the relationship was deeply abusive. Her lawsuit alleges manipulation, psychological control, and even covert filming of intimate moments. But most disturbing of all, she claims Shannon crossed legal and ethical lines and recorded encounters without clear consent. A 30-second clip was leaked to the media. It was enough to raise eyebrows, spark debate, and trigger outrage. But where was the rest of the footage? Shannon says the full video, nearly 10 minutes long, would clear his name, but he doesn't have it. Gabriela's team won't release it, and suddenly, perception became more powerful than truth.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
That's when Shannon made a desperate move. He offered $10 million to settle. Shannon's legal team confirms that he offered Gabriella a substantial settlement. They say it wasn't hush money. It was damage control, a way to shield his family, protect his name, and avoid the media circus that was already forming. But Gabriella declined. She walked away from $10 million. Why? According to Shannon, it wasn't about money. It was about legacy, about forcing his name through the mud. He claims Gabriella tried to trap him into fathering a child, and when he refused, the accusations came rolling in. Now, that private war has gone public. Headlines are screaming. Social media is on fire. And Shannon Sharpe is no longer just a sports analyst. He's a symbol of something deeper, darker, and far more dangerous. As the firestorm over Gabriella grew, another name entered the picture: Michelle Evans. Michelle says she was in a long-term relationship with Shannon for almost 10 years. Her lawsuit claims emotional abuse, coercion, and psychological trauma. She alleges that Shannon used his power to keep her dependent, isolated, and silent. She describes a man who was two different people, one for the cameras and one behind closed doors. But Shannon's team insists these allegations are part of a coordinated attack meant to capitalize on his vulnerability, not expose the truth. Still, 2 women, 2 lawsuits, and 1 unrelenting public spectacle. And it all seemed to be orchestrated by one man. Enter Tony Busby. If you follow celebrity legal drama, you know his name. He's the lawyer who brought down Deshaun Watson. He's tangled with Jay-Z, and now he's representing both Gabriella and Michelle. To Shannon, this isn't a coincidence. It's a takedown. He accuses Busby of weaponizing the media and selectively editing evidence to fit a narrative.
You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
According to Shannon, Busby is holding on to the full 10-minute video. Why hasn't it been released? If Gabriella's claims are true, wouldn't the full clip reinforce them? Or is the clip being used as leverage? Shannon says this isn't about justice. It's about strategy, optics, power, and history supports his suspicion. Katt Williams has been saying this for over a decade. The system doesn't just break black men, it designs their downfall. He told the world he was arrested 36 times in 3 years, never went to trial, never saw a courtroom, just headlines, mugshots, career damage, and worst of all, they used his children against him. He says Hollywood has a pattern. First, they bait you, then they isolate you, then they bury you. They don't care how talented you are. If you won't play by their rules, they'll ruin your name. And Katt believes Shannon is just the latest in that line. Terrence Howard didn't just echo Katt's warnings, he laid out the framework. In an explosive interview, he explained how the industry controls masculinity. He said, "White men can be strong, it's expected, but when black men show strength, it's threatening." He says Hollywood rewards submission, not power. You can be successful, as long as you're not too outspoken, not too independent. Terrence called it out. They want us effeminate, they want us safe, they want us controllable. Shannon? He didn't fit that mold. He was bold, loud, masculine, unfiltered. And the machine doesn't tolerate that for long. Let's talk about the unspoken dress code. Over the years, Hollywood has developed a strange pattern. Black male actors in dresses. Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, Tyler Perry, Ving Rhames, all had their dress moment, all skyrocketed in fame afterward.
And from the looks of it, the new pope is not Turkson. The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee, Kavenshane Wallace.
Wow. Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Pope Kavenshane is lifting her arms into her signature muscle man pose.
Truly adorable, and everyone loves it.
Pope Kavenshane is doing the Dougie, and Turkson is loving it.
Meanwhile, those who refused, like Dave Chappelle and Kanye West, were labeled unstable, ungrateful, even dangerous. It's not about comedy, it's about control, a silent test. Will you humiliate yourself for us? Will you bend? Shannon never wore the dress, never played the fool. He kept his image sharp, serious, and commanding. And now they're giving him a new costume, the villain. Way before these lawsuits, there was another incident, quietly buried. While co-hosting S1's Undisputed, Shannon allegedly got into an altercation with a female production assistant. She claimed he choked her during a behind-the-scenes argument. No lawsuit, no charges, just a quiet payout and a non-disclosure agreement. Fox reportedly settled for hundreds of thousands to keep it out of the press, and for years, it stayed buried. Until now. Suddenly, that incident is back in rotation, resurrected, repackaged, and used to reinforce a narrative that Shannon is dangerous. Coincidence or a well-timed character assassination? Today, Shannon's off-camera, his career in limbo, accusations piling up, legal traps tightening. He says he'll return to ESPN in 2025, but many believe the damage is already done. Sponsors have gone quiet, industry friends have gone silent, and the narrative machine is grinding him to dust. This isn't just a scandal, it's a blueprint. And if you look closely, you'll see the same design over and over. A powerful black man rises. He refuses to bend. He gets surrounded. Then the takedown begins. So now it's your turn to decide. Was Shannon Sharpe reckless, careless, and arrogant? Or was he marked the moment he stopped playing the game? Because in Hollywood, when you speak too loudly, move too boldly, or refuse to bow, the industry doesn't just push back, it erases you.